What up, everybody? This is Big Elbow chilling like always with the two muchachitos, Averno, Atlantis. I'm Big Elbow. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new to the channel, welcome back. Comic book haul is what I mostly do. That's what I got today. In case those new to the channel, in case you don't know, my collecting style is first and foremost about getting good comics, good stories, good art. That's what I go for, and I try and get them at a good price. I don't really get hung up on condition too much. I prefer my stuff to be nice instead of fucked up. But you know, sometimes I can't. There's books that I can't get unless they're a little bit beat up because I'm not gonna pay for it. Keys aren't really my focus. Specs not really my focus. I do appreciate that part of the hobby. It's just not my focus. I enjoy watching other people's videos who do focus on that and just soaking up the knowledge. Anyways, with that said, let's get into it today. What I got for you is the Wonderland boys in Fresno, Wonderland Comics. They put on another Rama show, and this is a great show. It's cheap to get in, $3 to get in. Almost all comics. Some guys sell toys and stuff, but I mean, it's a great show. It's a comic book show done right for comic book collectors. So with that said, I started showing some stuff. I'll show the toys that I got. I did buy some action figures this time. I was trying not to buy too much stuff because honestly, I need to slow down and get rid of some shit. Anyways, I did buy some figures. If you're not into figures, you can just fast forward maybe about 3 or 4 minutes and get to the comics. So anyways, to go along with the muchachitos there, this table's a little bit uneven, so you don't stand up straight. This is Blue Panther, one of my favorites, man. No offense to my fellas, Averno and Atlantis, but you know, both of those guys are awesome, but this guy is one of my favorite lucha guys to watch. He's a lot older now, but yeah, man, this is cool. Blue Panther. His face is a little bit fucking weird, though. Oh, he might be on some shit. Anyways, so yeah, there's Blue Panther. So, it was cool because they were asking 10 for him. I had $20 left. They're asking 10 for him. And they were asking, like I said, I only have $20 left. They're asking 10 for this guy, Outback, G.I. Joe, Tiger Force, and these guys have all kinds of weapons and shit, man. They're cool figures. They're asking 10 for this guy. So I asked them if they'd take 15 for 2, and the guy was cool, man. Almost all the vendors there were cool. So yeah, I said, can you do both these guys for 15? And they're like, yeah. So that was that. And then they were asking, the other guy was asking 10 for Blue Panther. And I asked him if he'd do Blue Panther for 5, and he said, yeah. So got all 3 of these guys for my last $20. Again, man, these guys are cool. I remember I had the original figure of this guy, Outback. And I guess he might have been one of the later G.I. Joes because he was built different, man. He was like a little bit more buff. And he had a white shirt that said Survival on it. He was always a cool figure. And anyway, so I grabbed this. That was a good price. I was buying these at Ross a while back for like about $9 each. So 2 of them for 15 with no tax out the door was a pretty good deal to me. I know if you buy them at Target, they cost a lot more than that. And then the last figure I got was this guy right here, and this is Pile Driver from the Wrecking Crew. I just thought this was a really nice figure, man. I wish I had I'm a pretty big fan of the Wrecking Crew. I always thought they're just a cool gimmick, man. This is Pile Driver, if I remember right. But yeah, even without the rest of them, like I said, I thought this was a real cool figure. I like the way he's built. Good size. Looks like he could be a wrestler. Yeah, so shout out to those guys selling the toys at the Wonderland. If you've never been to Fresno, check out the Wonderland shop. If you're ever in Fresno when they're doing one of their shows, definitely check them out. Well worth $3 to get in. And then the rest is all $1 or close to $1 books. I'll let you know if it's more than $1. I got these from my man Tumoa. He used to have a YouTube channel back in the days. One of the first ones I got onto. Local, not local. I'm not from Fresno, but He's a Fresno guy. Always see him around. He's a super cool guy. He was posted up selling some books. So I got some dollar books from him. Super happy to find this. This is the last one I needed. I think. Hopefully, I hope that's the last one I need. I probably got it fucking wrong. I wouldn't be surprised. If not, I'll give it to someone. It's fucking J. Lee art. It is cool. Even if I have it already. Then I got some Art Adams, Ultimate X. I bought the first one just because I knew it was like a kind of a key back. Something was up at the back in the days, like first James Hudson as Wolverine, Teenage Wolverine or something. But I bought it. I didn't realize that it had Arthur Adams interiors. So I'm like, fuck, I'll take some Arthur Adams. Especially if I already have one, and then I found 2 and 3. I'll try and put that together that run if I can keep finding them cheap. Shit, I mean, Arthur Adams drawing X-Men shit for $1, I'll take it. So yeah, shout out again to Tumoa. Get back on YouTube, man. I doubt you're watching this, but if you are, or if you know too, tell them get back on YouTube. The shit it's safe now. So those 3 books. Then the next vendor, who's these guys? Oh, this was Legends Comics, so shout out to them in Fresno. I went over there for free comic book day, and bought some stuff, real cool. I just got this because to round out my buy, these were dollar books. So that one is that was $1, and like I said, I have found 4 other books. So just to make it an even 5. So then I got these. I found these 4, which was Tower of Babel, 1 of 4, 2 of 4. I remember this. This was a pretty cool story. I watched the animated version of it, so I was like, they got all 4 issues. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna take it. Nice little complete story. I don't have a lot of JLA books, so this was like I said, it was a story that I knew that was pretty good. Batman focused story. So I was like, I can fuck with that. Part of my audio problems here, my speakers fucked up. I found this at another vendor for $1. I already have part 1. Big fan of this movie, Equilibrium. I saw this movie before the Batman came out. I didn't really know, wasn't familiar with Christian Bale, and watching that movie sold me on him as Batman. And that was the only book I bought from that vendor for $1. Next up, these ones were about $1.60 each because they were 3 for $5. I don't remember the name of this vendor. So I seen that, Martial Law, Super Babylon. I've only read a little bit of Martial Law, but what I read was cool. I really liked the Kevin O'Neill art. This was the main one. I was super happy to find this. I seen the cartoonist kayfabe guys do a video on this, and I'm an Eric Larson guy, so apparently it was like one of those 24 hours make a comic, like a challenge kind of thing, I guess you'd call it. So anyways, they had shown it, and I thought it looked pretty badass. I was confused though, because the one I seen didn't have this. The one that I think they showed didn't have this guy. It was just this, the Herculean, and it was in color. And this one is all black and white, but I think it's the same book, just in black and white. So that usually, I haven't been able to find it for less than like $5 or $6. So I was happy to get it for less. I mean, for like $1.60. And then to round out the buy, I just grabbed that. I really like the imagery there, with the Lone Wolf and Cub. And I do like Francisco Ruiz Velasco's art. So again, $1.60 there for each book, 3 for $5. And then this was there's a local guy named Gibby's Comics. He has booths at a lot of the antique shops around, and he's all the local shit. So he's a cool guy. So shout out to Gibby. These are they're $2 each or 10 for 10. So Got that. Cable. This is I like this run of Cable right here by Ladron and Joe Casey, because Ladron's really channeling his whatchamacallit, his Jack Kirby style, which I love seeing guys do their Jack Kirby renditions and whatnot. There's a lot of words in this, so I think it might be like a recap issue. Let's see if I can find a good example. You can see right here him kind of getting his Kirby on.
Another war story from a thirsty young hustler.
I'll try and hurry up because like I said, my speaker's fucking up.
Another war story from a thirsty young hustler. Once the pen hits the pad, it's danger.
This does that. And then I got this Thor, God of Thunder. And I got this because, I'm a big Thor guy. I believe it might have been my man 420 who showed, I was like, I think it was maybe a Heavy Metal or one of those European mags. But this artist, Dan Pastoras, I wasn't familiar with it. I was like, man, that looks cool. So I did a quick Google search, and it's like a one issue that I brought him in, I guess, to do randomly. And I like his style, man. It's pretty cool. And then Thor is one of my guys, and this run of Thor was really good. So yeah, I grabbed it, man. I was like, and I on my comic shop, it's always like $8 or something. But yeah, he has a real dope style that I think works good for Thor. Hair looks kind of crazy, and like I said, he just got I think he did a couple Wolverine books too. But yeah, I was like, all right, I'll take that. I'm glad I didn't pay up for it. Just keep your eye open. And that was a good run of Thor, God of Thunder by Jason Aaron. So then I'm trying to find 10 books so I can get that dollar price. I don't have much Hellblazer, and I would like to change that. So this seemed like a good issue to fuck around with. Azzarello and Raphael Grandpa, that I'm sold right there. Bam, that's worth $1, even if it's only a couple pages. And then you got Jamie Delano, who's a good writer. I don't know David Lloyd. Sean Phillips with Dave Gibbons. Kamen Coley, he's decent at least. And then Peter Milligan and Eddie Campbell. So I was like, all right, that lineup right there. That sounds worth $1 to me. And I think it might be it's a standalone issue, so that's a bonus. Not a standalone issue, whereas these ones. This is a 2-part story. Lapdogs and Englishmen. Brian Azzarello, a writer I like a lot, and Guy Davis, an artist I like a lot. So that's how I've been buying a little bit of Hellblazer here and there. When I see a creative team that I like on it, and I can get just a little 2, 3, 4 issue run, I'll do it. I grabbed this because I love this solo series right here. They picked really great artists, and this is one of my faves. Damian Scott, aka Mosh. If you don't know him, I highly recommend him. This book right here is so the solo series is just like a spotlight, and man, he has a bunch of shit in here that is like all marker drawings that is fucking just real graffiti style that this guy uses. My man Rig, he knows who I'm talking about with Damian Scott. And like he does these it's just short stories, but it's all like I said, it's looks like he's doing everything with marker. It looks like I really like that shit. So I already have this. Not only do I have it, I've had a couple copies and I've gave them away, which I'm probably gonna do with this one. Like that. So yeah, Solo is a good series. They pick good artists to spotlight. I just thought this looked cool. Mark Millar and Ariel Olivetti. I like Olivetti's pencils. His paint and stuff is really cool too. But the first time when I bought an Olivetti book and it wasn't painted, I was kind of disappointed. But then I grew in appreciation. I didn't realize there was another book in here, an 80-page giant. I don't know much about that book, but fuck it, it was free. Let me see. There's a lineup in here. Ostrander and Ken Lashley, Mark Perillo, Tom Payer, Mark Perillo, Giffen and McGuire. That's good. I like that team. Dezago and Ben Herrera. The other teams I don't really know. But anyways, that's cool. It's just for free. Why not, right? Anyways, like I was saying about Olivetti. Like, yeah, I can fuck with that. I don't know who's the angel guy, but he looks kind of cool to me. Wonder how long the story is. That Superman looks pretty cool. Olivetti's pretty badass, man. Like, I like his cover work. He does some real cool shit. That's a pretty good demon right there, too. Yeah, so you know Olivetti, check out his shit. At least check out his cover work. It's pretty good. Mostly does painted covers. Kind of reminds me of The Biz in a way. And then I got these, like I said, fill out the order. This is a Berserker #1, like a foil shit. Kind of scuffed up a little bit, but they have the foil one, and they got another foil right here. My man Raphael Grandpa did this cover. I always thought the art in this looked cool. I never read it, so looking forward to that. I've heard it's pretty good. And the last one I got that made it 10 issues was this Samurai Jack, Quantum Jack. I think each issue of this is like a different creative team, I think. And this one is by Fabian Rangel Jr. Okay, he wrote some of the Space Riders or Night Hunters or something like that. I think Space Riders. That was pretty cool. But yeah, man, Samurai Jack as a luchador, that's pretty easy to sell me on. Definitely gonna save this for next April. As of this filming, it's a Sunday. Money in the Bank and Worlds Collide was on yesterday. Worlds Collide was a really fun show. Star of the night, fucking Mr. Iguana, man. I knew Mr. Iguana too, and I was excited to see him. I was glad that he had a good showing. But yeah, also news, WrestleMania's going back to Vegas next year, so I'll be going back to Vegas. I won't be going to WrestleMania, fuck that. But I will be going to watch a shitload of wrestling for a couple days. And yeah, so I was glad to hear that. They can do WrestleMania in Vegas every year if they want. I'll go, and I will not watch WrestleMania, but I will go to the... Because WrestleMania is like way crazy expensive, and the crowd is too big, shitty seats, too expensive, too hard to get in and out. Fuck that. I'd rather go watch the smaller wrestling shows and get my money's worth. But anyways, that's that. So, Wonderama, great shop, great show. Check those guys out. Legends in Fresno, shout out. Gibby's Comics, shout out. Fucking great guys. And that's it. If you enjoyed this video, guess what? You got good taste. Show it. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, share with your friends. Follow me on IG. Hit me in the comments about any questions or comments, or especially recommendations. You see the kind of shit I like. If you know some other shit that I might like, put me onto it, man. I'm always open to finding new things. Like, my favorite thing about YouTube is watching other people's videos and discovering new stuff. You know, there's always new stuff out there that might be new, but it's new to me. Old stuff that's new to me is my favorite. as much as much shit as I watch on YouTube and absorb, there's always more out there that you never stop finding new discoveries. So anyways, again, thank you for watching. I appreciate everyone that comments and checks out my videos. And that'll do it. Like I always say, get off the internet, read some fucking comics.